All right, thank you for tuning back in. Now, we're going to conclude our series on falafels by making the largest falafel in Luxor history. Captain Gabar and I are at it again. Hold on to your hats. GoingGoing.BackBack. Allow us to reintroduce ourselves.
Our name is GoingGoing.BackBack.
In 2019, we had 3 kids under 5, a new minivan, and a house full of things.
With our eldest due to start school in a few months, we decided it was now or never to take an extended vacation. And so we set off to explore the world and be back in time for his first day.
We were several months into our trip when the pandemic hit and schools around the globe shut down.
It confirmed the idea that was already brewing in our minds, that there was no better classroom than the one our kids were already in, the world.
We sold our minivan, gave away everything that couldn't fit into a suitcase, and became full-time travelers.
Join us as we very slowly travel the world, GoingGoing.BackBack.
Today we're going to be creating the largest falafel in Luxor history. You ready? Let's eat. We're going to be in the heart of Jazeera today at the El Hussein Falafel Stand, one of the places frequently visited by tourists and locals alike. On any given morning, you can find heaps of people here having falafels and fool for their breakfast. Captain Gabar and I start off the day at the vegetable stand. Today we're going to be buying all of the vegetables that we're going to need to make the largest falafel in Luxor history. Here you can see Captain Gabar helping me select the best produce for this falafel. After this, we're headed back to El Hussein, where we will get an unexpected surprise. You never know what's going to happen in Egypt.
Well, unfortunately, the power has gone out in Jazeera, so we're going to go back and check on the bread now, see how that process is coming along, see if they could even make the size we want to do.
Captain Gabar and I stroll over to the bread shop. Here they produce the bread for the village each day. This bread is subsidized by the government. We came in early, and Captain Gabar, after translating for me, was able to describe to them the size bread we needed. Here, the traditional pieces of bread are placed ground wheat before they're placed into the oven. This is traditionally where all of the falafel stands in Jazeera come to get their bread for their falafels. Today we will be asking them to make a humongous sized piece of bread for our falafel. We're going to need our piece of bread to be about the size of 5 of these regular loaves. Man, that bread looks good, and the smell is even better. All right, and here we have it. After Captain Gabar explained to them the size we needed, they were able to create this humongous piece of bread for us. Look how big that is. Comparatively to the size, you can fit about 5 of these loaves on this one bread. Someone just told me they got the power back on, so we're headed back to the shop now.
All right, they got the power back on now in all of Jazeera, so we're going to go back into the shop, start making this falafel.
Well, that's good. All of the power is back. So now we can grind the falafel and start the entire process. Let's start off by chopping up those vegetables that we just bought from the vegetable shop. Everyone at El Hussein restaurant was so excited about this idea, they all joined forces to make this happen. This was truly a team effort. Here, Abduneen gets ready to slice and dice his way to helping create the largest falafel in Luxor history. Later on in the video, my son's gonna run down all of the herbs and spices we used and give you a brief tour of the kitchen.
I'm here live with Chef Husan. This is his restaurant. He doesn't want to say much on camera, but we're about to get it in right now. The biggest falafel in Luxor history. Let's eat.
Any of the leftover produce or toppings that we have will be going to the staff for their free lunch today, and the first few customers that come up will also get a free falafel sandwich on the house, courtesy of GoingGoing.BackBack. I was able to make sure that we had enough for any customer that came. Several of the customers were surprised when their falafels were 100% free. Now here's my son to run down all of the ingredients.
Humongous bread. There's even more coming. We'll need all these spices, Can you please tell us what they are?
Spices?
Coriander?
Yes, coriander.
Thyme.
Thyme.
Chili.
Chili.
Cumin.
Cumin.
That's sesame seeds.
Sesame seeds.
Salt.
Salt. Alright. This is grilled eggplant.
Tahina sauce there.
Tahina sauce up there. And now we're going inside the restaurant.
Thanks, Raja. Now, Hussein and I are going to chop up the bread. I've kind of carefully calculated out the size that I want it to be, and with his help, we're going to make sure that everything fits into this falafel. What I've done is constructed a large falafel based on what a small falafel would look like. So we're just basically going to make a huge falafel that resembles one of their traditional falafels that anyone will eat on any given day. Okay, now that we have the bread sorted out, we're going in to grind the falafel. As I stated in our Learning How to Make a Falafel video, some shops have their own grinding system, so they would not have to go to someone like Muhammad, as we did in the video. Now that that falafel mix is ready, we're ready to fry them up. We're frying up 200 extra falafel balls, so anyone that comes can have a free falafel sandwich. Look at those falafel balls. Oh, it's making my mouth water.
This is your normal size falafel ball right here. As you can see, this is the normal size. And this is our monster falafel ball that can fit inside of my hand. That is beautiful.
Look at that falafel. Now, I'm not gonna eat all this by myself. This would be like eating the equivalent of 25 falafel sandwiches.
25 falafel sandwiches.
The staff went above and beyond to make this look very picturesque. Just look at the detail in that. Oh, my favorite, tahina sauce. Again, we're replicating a small falafel on a larger scale. Here he prepares a smaller falafel with the same features as our large falafel. This way, you can get a true scale of how big this falafel is.
Beautiful.
This is basically a VIP falafel for me. They've even cut the carrots into little roses. Wow. All right, everyone, the moment you've been waiting for. The largest falafel in Luxor history.
Now this is your regular size falafel you will get here. And now this is the largest falafel in Luxor history. And there you have it, the largest falafel in Luxor history.
Well, this has been a fun 3 videos all about falafels, leading up to the largest falafel in Luxor history. Would you look at the size of that thing? All over Egypt, you will find falafel stands everywhere. The national dish of Egypt. Wait, I thought the national dish was kushari. Well, we'll get into that in our next video. The next time you're in Egypt, please do not leave without trying a falafel. No matter where you are in Egypt, you're going to find falafels being prepared ready for consumption. Egyptian falafels made out of fava beans are my favorite falafel balls in the world. I would like to thank the entire staff at El Hussan Restaurant. I'll leave the location in the link below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join us for more amazing adventures from around the world. Going, back, back.